Have you ever noticed how easy it is to put everyone else first and yourself last? Have you ever agreed to things you didn't want, stayed quiet when you should have spoken, or kept giving even when your heart felt empty? If that sounds familiar, this story is for you. Because sometimes the most powerful decision you will ever make is choosing yourself. In a quiet coastal town where fishing boats rocked gently against wooden docks and salty air drifted through narrow streets, there lived a woman named Amara. She was known by everyone. If a neighbor needed babysitting, they called Amara. If someone needed help running errands, they called Amara. If a friend needed to vent for hours, they showed up at Amara's door. Amara never hesitated. She smiled, nodded, and rearranged her entire day to make room for others. People admired her kindness. They often said, "You're an angel, Amara. We don't know what we'd do without you." Those words made her feel useful, needed, valuable. But slowly, her own life began slipping through her fingers. Her sketchbook sat untouched in the corner of her room, collecting dust. The small business idea she once dreamed about remained scribbled in old notebooks. Her mornings became rushed, her nights exhausted, and her mind constantly overwhelmed. She was always solving someone else's problems while her own dreams quietly faded into the background. Her younger sister once looked at her tired eyes and said gently, "Amara, when was the last time you did something just for you?" Amara laughed it off. "I'll get to myself someday. Right now, people need me." But someday never came. One evening, after a long day of favors and promises, Amara walked home under a sky painted orange and purple by the setting sun. Her phone buzzed again. Another request. Another obligation. She stopped walking and stared at the screen. For the first time, instead of feeling helpful, she felt heavy. Her chest tightened. Her hands trembled slightly. She realized she couldn't even remember the last time she had said no. That night, sleep refused to come. Her mind replayed all the times she postponed her own needs, all the dreams she delayed, all the energy she poured outward while running empty inside. The next morning, searching for clarity, Amara walked along the shoreline where an elderly woman named Lydia often sat carving small pieces of driftwood. Lydia had lived in the town for decades and was known for her calm wisdom. Amara sat beside her and said quietly, "I'm tired, not in my body, but in my soul. I help everyone, but I feel invisible in my own life. What am I doing wrong?" Lydia didn't answer immediately. She held up a piece of driftwood smoothed by years of waves and said, "Do you see this wood? The ocean shaped it beautifully. But if the waves never pulled back, if they only pushed forward endlessly, this wood would have shattered long ago." Amara listened closely. Lydia continued, "Giving without resting, loving without limits, serving without self-respect. That is how people break themselves without realizing it. Choosing yourself is not abandoning others. It is protecting the vessel that carries your kindness." She then offered Amara a simple challenge. "For 1 week," Lydia said, "pause before agreeing to anything. Ask yourself, does this support my growth, my peace, or my health? If the answer is no, give yourself permission to decline without guilt." Amara nodded, unsure but curious. That very afternoon, her phone rang. A friend wanted her to cancel her plans to help organize an event. Normally, Amara would have instantly agreed. Her heart raced. Her fingers hovered over the screen. She remembered Lydia's words. She took a deep breath and replied, "I'm sorry, I can't today. I need to focus on something personal." The silence on the other end felt uncomfortable. The friend sounded surprised, slightly disappointed. Amara felt a wave of guilt, but also a strange sense of relief. Instead of rushing out, she opened her old sketchbook. For the first time in months, she allowed herself to draw. The lines weren't perfect, but her spirit felt lighter. The next day brought another request. Then another. Each time, Amara paused. Sometimes she said yes when it felt aligned. Other times she calmly said no. Something unexpected happened. The world didn't collapse. People adjusted. Some solved their own problems. Others respected her honesty. Midweek, a sudden storm rolled into town. Heavy rain battered the streets. Power flickered. Amara sat alone in her small apartment, candles glowing softly around her. Normally, she would have been running around helping others prepare or fix things. This time, she stayed still. She brewed tea. She listened to the rain. She felt peace instead of panic. For the first time, she realized how safe it felt to be present in her own life. As the days passed, her posture changed. Her voice became calmer. Her mind became clearer. She started waking up earlier to walk along the beach. She revisited her business ideas. She began investing energy into her own growth instead of constantly draining herself. People noticed the shift. Some friends reached out less. Others respected her boundaries. A few questioned her change, but Amara no longer felt the need to explain herself. One afternoon, she returned to the shore where Lydia sat smiling. "I think I understand now," Amara said. "When I choose myself, I'm not becoming selfish. I'm becoming whole." Lydia nodded. "Exactly. A full cup can pour endlessly. An empty one cannot." Amara looked out at the ocean, feeling grounded, confident, and peaceful in a way she had never experienced before. She wasn't abandoning kindness. She was finally including herself in it. So let me ask you, how often do you silence your needs to keep others comfortable? How often do you postpone your dreams to meet someone else's expectations? How often do you give until there is nothing left inside you? Choosing yourself is not arrogance. It is alignment. It is clarity. It is courage. Your time matters. Your energy matters. Your peace matters. The moment you start honoring yourself, your entire life begins to rise with you. And that is the true power of choosing yourself.